Caitlyn Clark that's setting out games, or is it the Indiana Fever making Caitlyn Clark set out games?
Now, this game is one that they probably had circled with a smiley face by it.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
After trying to destroy Caitlyn Clark, ESPN just dropped a bombshell on Stephanie White, and it's shaking the WNBA to its core. What's really going on behind the scenes with one of the league's biggest stars? Let's take a closer look, because this situation is anything but ordinary.
Now, news broke moments ago that Caitlyn Clark will not be playing in tonight's game.
But what might be just as unbelievable is we've got Caitlyn Clark out right now.
Caitlyn Clark, the WNBA's rising star, has officially been sidelined with what's being described as a right groin injury. But here's where it gets strange. The team has listed her as day-to-day, which sounds like a minor setback, right? Well, that's exactly what they want you to think.
I don't think Caitlyn Clark should be kicking any down balls, quite frankly. She should be resting her frickin' leg.
On a young team for Brazil is going to give her a great opportunity to grow from a leadership standpoint as well. And we'll wish her the best.
Days turn into weeks, and now Clark's return is being pushed all the way into the 3rd week of August. But wait, what happened to that quick recovery timeline? ESPN's Holly Rowe, who covered the injury, shared that Clark saw a specialist and no further damage was found. So why the delay?
Caitlyn Clark, of course, out today for her 13th game this season.
Clark's background in soccer is no secret, but seeing her swing her injured leg amid a groin injury has many Fever fans singing the same tune.
Fans are left scratching their heads. If there's no new damage, why isn't she ready to get back on the court? That day-to-day label is starting to look more like wait until August if you're lucky. Something just doesn't add up, and the more fans dig into it, the more suspicious it gets.
Last week, no additional injury was found in that exam and scans, but Stephanie White did tell us that they will be even more cautious with their approach.
I've never experienced this. When there have been NBA lockouts, there's not another player-owned league.
To her return to play this time.
Then, just when you think the drama can't get any more bizarre, a clip of Caitlyn Clark kicks its way to viral status. In this video, she's kicking a soccer ball with the same leg that's supposed to be injured. Let that sink in. Not limping, not moving gingerly. She's kicking that ball like she's trying out for the US women's national team.
To her return to play this time.
Now, why would that matter? Well, fans are furious. If Clark can move like that, why isn't she playing basketball? One fan posted, if she's well enough to kick a soccer ball, why isn't she shooting threes or running the floor? The question keeps circulating, and it's gaining traction with each passing day. What's really going on here? Is she actually hurt, or is something else at play? The truth is starting to unravel in a way that can't be ignored.
As you look at their schedule, the 3rd week in August provides a few more practice days where that seems like it's realistic, and while she does remain day-to-day,
The rumors are escalating, and now it's time for the experts to weigh in. If Caitlyn Clark is healthy enough to kick a soccer ball, how injured could she really be? According to several sports analysts, this injury situation might be more about the team's politics than Clark's health.
We've got what we've got to continue to grow and connect in those ways, and not is she available, is she not available.
Earlier in the season, Clark was rushed back onto the court after an injury, thrown into games with no real conditioning or practice time. There was no caution then. Now suddenly, the Fever are saying she needs extra time to ramp up to get back into rhythm with her teammates. This flip-flop in decision-making is raising eyebrows. Was she really ever injured to begin with, or is the team using injury as a cover for something deeper?
Shooting, and she's been with our athletic training team, and we've been preparing everybody else.
The timeline just doesn't make sense, and it's fueling even more skepticism among fans and experts alike. Then we come to the infamous press conference from Coach Stephanie White, which only added fuel to the fire. White tried to downplay everything, talking about protecting Clark and managing outside noise. But here's the thing, when things are truly smooth behind the scenes, does a coach need to defend themselves so aggressively it raised more questions than it answered?
Nothing else going on, and no more damage. Now it's just being patient with the process.
Her statement, "We try to keep what happens inside," didn't sound like a coach delivering a typical injury update. It sounded like someone scrambling to cover up something much bigger. Why the secrecy? Why the defensiveness? Fans immediately picked up on the discomfort in her tone, and when she mentioned the emotional strain and how tough it's been dealing with outside speculation, people started wondering, if everything were really fine, why was there so much tension in the air?
Right, but I think at the end of the day, we have to be where our feet are. We have to approach every day and every game.
Now let's talk about the Phoenix Mercury, because this game, it's personal. Remember Dana Bonner, the former Fever player who left under controversial circumstances? Well, she's now playing for the Mercury, and this game, it's been circled in red ink by every fan in Indiana. There's unfinished business here, big-time drama that could explode on national TV. Fans have been asking, why is Caitlyn Clark sitting out during this specific game? Could it be that the Fever are keeping her out of the spotlight, especially when the focus is already on a highly emotional match with the Mercury?
And every day you got to play with a sense of urgency, and sometimes you have to weather storms, and sometimes you have to navigate circumstance, right?
Some believe this is a strategic move to avoid bringing more attention to the internal drama between Clark and the Fever. After all, throwing her into that game would only stir up headlines, and the Fever might not want that right now.
And as most people know, you have to work your way through that, and she did, and she's been really impactful for us off the bench, and we wanted to bring her energy.
Here's where things get really murky. Earlier in the season, Caitlyn Clark was rushed back onto the court without any ramp-up time, no care for recovery, no focus on conditioning. She was thrown in head first, and now, the Fever are acting like she needs a full-on training camp before she can even practice. What happened to the urgency to get her back on the court before? Why the sudden caution?
You have to navigate circumstance, right? But I think at the end of the day, we have to be where our feet are. We have to approach every day and every game.
It doesn't make sense. Fans are starting to believe there's a much bigger narrative at play. Maybe Caitlyn Clark isn't being sidelined because of a groin injury. Maybe there's something the Fever aren't saying, something that has to do with internal politics, team dynamics, or even control over Clark's image and career. Conspiracy theories are swirling, and the Fever's inconsistent handling of the situation is only making things worse. Despite being sidelined, Caitlyn Clark is still traveling with the team, sitting courtside and appearing in public.
The main thing.
Is she insinuating that there's drama in the locker room? Because this is what I know I'm not tripping here.
If she's truly injured, why is she everywhere except on the court? Fans are growing more suspicious by the day. Could the Fever be using her presence for PR purposes, keeping her close so they can control the narrative while avoiding any unwanted questions from the media? It's hard to ignore the optics.
I think first and foremost, just the way that she approaches the game.
Here's one of the league's biggest stars, sidelined for what should be a relatively minor injury, but still front and center in all the games, just not playing. What's the real reason behind this? Is Caitlyn Clark being silenced, or is there something even more calculated at play here?
Things are looking spooky for Stephanie White. She be low-key sneak dissing.
The more the story develops, the more it looks like the Fever are trying to manage Caitlyn Clark's image, keeping her away from the media spotlight. Why? Is it to avoid questions about her injury? Or is it because they're trying to manage something far more complex? Damage control seems like the obvious answer, but at this point, fans are wondering if there's a deeper issue behind the scenes that no one is talking about.
That seems like a better timetable for a possible Caitlyn Clark return, because they have said we will be even more cautious this time, and practice ramp-up is going to be essential.
If the Fever are using Clark's sidelining as a cover-up, they're certainly not doing a great job of it. Fans aren't buying the day-to-day excuse anymore. The inconsistencies, the silence, and the secrecy are only making the situation more suspicious. But if this is about managing her image, it's failing miserably, because now fans are more interested than ever in finding out the truth. Is there a rift within the locker room?
What kind of a clown show league are we dealing with here? I mean, is this a WNBA problem or a Fever problem? You didn't give her any practice or ramp up time last time?
Leaked information suggests that there's more going on inside the Fever organization than we know. Caitlyn Clark's absence is more than just a physical injury. It could be a sign of deeper unresolved issues with the team, coaching staff, and even the front office.
You didn't give her any practice or ramp up time last time? You did not do that.
Fans have been whispering about internal conflicts, and while no one is willing to speak on the record, it's becoming clear that something isn't right behind the scenes.
Stephanie White did tell us that they will be even more cautious with their approach to her return to play this time. Last time when she came back after injury, she didn't get any practice time, any opportunity to ramp up her conditioning.
Is Clark sidelining an effort to prevent further drama, or is it a way to push her out of the spotlight entirely? As the drama continues to unfold, it's not just Caitlyn Clark and the Fever who are affected. The WNBA's reputation is now on the line. The way the league handles injuries, communicates with the public, and deals with its biggest stars is under scrutiny. The stakes are higher than ever, and the outcome of this saga could have lasting effects on how fans view the league moving forward.
I see her coming back in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Give it about 2 weeks, bro. I think she's probably going to come back.
Will the WNBA be able to fix its image, or will this controversy be the beginning of a long, drawn-out battle for control of the narrative? Is Caitlyn Clark really injured, or is she being kept out of the spotlight for reasons no one is willing to admit? With cryptic press conferences, questionable injury timelines, and mounting fan suspicion, it's clear that the truth is slipping further away with every passing day. The Fever are staying silent, but fans aren't.
I don't think it's any secret that we're going to have to expand the footprint. And we're going to have to put a little bit more cadence in between games.
They won't stop asking the hard questions, and sooner or later, the truth will come out. If you think something fishy is going on, smash that like button and subscribe for more updates. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next in this developing saga.